What if there's a 37-year-old African president, not a suit-wearing politician, who's doing what billion-dollar governments failed to do in 60 years? What if he doesn't beg the West, doesn't wait for aid, and doesn't care for approval because he is too busy building schools, airports, and an army of farmers? And this man took over a country drowning in poverty, insurgency, and betrayal, and in under a year, turned it into a construction site of hope? No PR campaigns, no fancy promises, just results, brick by brick, dam by dam, project by project. This isn't some presidential fairy tale. This is real. And it's happening in Burkina Faso, a country the media mocked, the West ignored, and the world thought was finished. But they didn't count on Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and now they want him gone. 2 coup attempts have failed. Foreign interests are panicking. And the people? They are rallying behind the only man who has dared to say, Africa will rise and we won't ask permission. So what exactly is he building that has the world watching, panicking, and plotting? In this video, let's find out. Number 7. Building and modernizing roads. For decades, Burkina Faso's roads weren't roads at all. They were warnings, dirt trails masquerading as highways, pothole-ridden traps that turned hour-long drives into day-long odysseys. For a nation rich in agriculture, culture, and human willpower, these roads were chains, keeping farmers from markets, children from schools, and the country from rising. But Traoré didn't see dust. He saw a battlefield, and he declared war. Unlike past leaders who cut ribbons for roads that were never built, Captain Ibrahim Traoré grabbed the blueprints left to rot and did something rare in African politics. He acted. He restarted and funded the long-forgotten Ouagadougou-Kaya and Ouagadougou-Zinyare routes, which are vital arteries for trade and national cohesion. But he didn't stop there. In the north, a 233-kilometer highway is slicing through old insurgency zones, linking the capital to Djibo, a region once known more for conflict than commerce. This road is more than asphalt. It's a signal to insurgents that you will not isolate us anymore. Even more revolutionary is Traoré's rural expansion strategy. For the first time, remote villages are being connected by paved roads, not gravel paths. Roads now spread toward Mali, Niger, and Togo, turning Burkina Faso from landlocked to land-linked. And why is this critical? Because every kilometer of tar laid down is a kilometer of poverty pulled up. Every road built means a woman can take her goods to market without risking her life. It means a student can get to school without walking 10 miles. It means Burkina Faso is no longer trapped inside its own borders. Number 6. Ouagadougou Airport Revival. Every nation that wants to rise needs wings. But Burkina Faso's airport was anything but airborne. It was grounded in the past. Crumbling infrastructure, poor security, inadequate terminals, and a global image problem that screamed, "Do not invest here." Then came Ibrahim Traoré, and the blueprint changed overnight. Instead of patching up the corpse of the old airport, Traoré bulldozed expectations. A new $420 million international airport is rising from the red soil, and it's not a vanity project. It's a calculated strike at the heart of Burkina Faso's isolation. Financed through sharp diplomacy and regional strategy, with backing from ECOWAS Bank and the West African Development Bank, this isn't just construction, it's redefinition. Set to process over 1.5 million passengers a year, the new Ouagadougou airport isn't just big, it's smart. Traoré's plan includes logistics zones, cargo terminals, and modern customs facilities to transform the airport into a commercial hub, not just a tourist checkpoint. Job creation? Over 5,000 direct jobs in construction alone, thousands more in long-term airport services, logistics, hospitality, and trade. You see, Traoré isn't just building runways, he is building livelihoods. Number 5. Burkina Faso's entrepreneurship revolution. What happens when a country stops begging for aid and starts building its own economy? You get a revolution, not with guns, but with ledgers, factories, and local shares. And that's exactly what Ibrahim Traoré is engineering. While much of Africa remains locked in a cycle of dependency, waiting for crumbs from IMF tables or foreign corporations to create jobs, Traoré took a flamethrower to the status quo. He didn't wait, he unleashed. Under programs like Startup Burkina Faso and the Youth Entrepreneurship Initiative, thousands of Burkinabe are being handed the tools and trust to build their own futures. Over 100 startups have been launched from scratch, not just in tech, but in agriculture, energy, and local manufacturing. More than 1,000 youth-led businesses are now functioning across the country, supported by funding, training, and logistical backing. But here's where it gets radical. Burkina Faso is becoming community-owned. Instead of selling off national industries to foreign firms, Traoré's administration is pushing community shareholder models. Tomato processing plants in rural provinces aren't owned by elites or Chinese conglomerates. They are owned by farmers and traders who work in them. Small-scale gold mining cooperatives previously dominated by exploitative foreign middlemen are now owned by the very miners who pull the gold from the earth. And it's not limited to the homeland. In a rare move of cross-border unity, Traoré has launched a global Burkinabe share subscription campaign. Citizens in the diaspora, in Paris, Abidjan, Montreal, and beyond, are being invited to buy equity in these community companies. For the first time, wealth isn't being extracted from the country. It's coming back in. Agriculture, mining, and agro-processing industries are no longer pipelines of exploitation. They are becoming pipelines of prosperity, pumping value directly into the hands of citizens. This is not just job creation, it's economic self-defense. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black Africa. Let's continue now. Number 4. The Samandeni Dam. In Burkina Faso's western region, where the Mohand River bends through arid lands, lies a monument to both failure and promise, the Samandeni Dam. Conceived in 2012 with ambitions to transform agriculture and energy, the dam became a political ghost town. Mismanagement, funding cuts, and instability left it rotting at 70% completion, a billion cubic meter concrete skeleton in a country dying for irrigation, electricity, and clean water. Then came Traoré, and the dam roared back to life. With fierce urgency and renewed oversight, the project is now racing toward completion. But to call it just a dam is like calling a heart just a muscle. The Samandeni Dam is the lifeblood of Burkina Faso's future. It will irrigate over 100,000 hectares, turning drylands into food baskets, powering agricultural transformation on a scale the country has never seen. Crops that once failed under drought will now thrive. Farmers, once dependent on seasonal rains, will now plant with certainty. But it's not just about food. The dam will also generate hydroelectric power, injecting desperately needed watts into a grid plagued by blackouts and foreign dependency. With energy sovereignty, Burkina Faso begins to unchain itself from external control, reducing imports, fueling industry, and powering schools and hospitals. Number 3. Green energy projects. Captain Ibrahim Traoré isn't just pushing for renewable energy. He is igniting a revolution that could redefine Burkina Faso's energy future. In a country long dependent on expensive fuel imports and plagued by frequent blackouts, Traoré is boldly cutting the cord. His vision is simple but revolutionary. Sunlight is free, so why pay for darkness? Under his leadership, Burkina Faso has drastically expanded its solar infrastructure. The once celebrated Zagtouli solar plant near Ouagadougou, which produces 33 megawatts of power, is no longer a standalone marvel. It's now the flagship of a national solar fleet. New solar farms are emerging in rural areas. Places that once relied on kerosene lamps and firewood now have steady, clean electricity. Yet, the government isn't stopping at solar. Traoré is investing in biogas plants that convert agricultural waste into electricity and fertilizer, offering rural farmers both energy and income. Mini-grids are being installed in off-grid communities, decentralizing power and allowing local autonomy. And unlike many African countries whose energy transitions are guided by Western donors and foreign companies, Traoré is making this push Burkinabe-led and Burkinabe-owned. He has made it clear that energy is not just about infrastructure, it's about sovereignty. His administration's goal of generating 30% of electricity from renewables by 2030 is no longer just a target. It's rapidly becoming a reality. The Green Revolution in Burkina Faso is not just about switching on the lights, it's about controlling the switch. Number 2, the Clean Water Revolution. For too long, Burkina Faso's water crisis was seen as a tragedy without a solution. In rural communities, families walked miles to reach murky streams. In peri-urban slums, children bathed in wastewater, and schools had no toilets. The result was deadly cholera outbreaks, chronic diarrhea, and shockingly high child mortality. But since taking office, Traoré has treated the water crisis like the national emergency it truly is. He launched the Water for All campaign not as a PR stunt, but as a transformational plan. By 2030, his administration aims to ensure that every Burkinabe household has access to clean water. The work began immediately. Hundreds of new wells have been drilled, especially in the country's northern and eastern drought-prone regions. Old boreholes, some drilled decades ago and abandoned, are being restored and equipped with solar-powered pumps. Water purification systems are being installed in markets, hospitals, and schools. In areas where government pipes don't reach, decentralized water kiosks and mobile filtration units are filling the gap. And water is just half the story. Traoré's government is building thousands of sanitation units like public toilets, wash stations, and waste disposal sites, especially in areas where none existed. Schools are receiving gender-specific facilities to ensure dignity and health for girls. Hygiene awareness campaigns are being conducted through radio, schools, and community leaders. The health benefits are already visible. Fewer disease outbreaks, lower infant mortality, and cleaner, safer communities. In a region where many leaders ignored sanitation, Traoré made it a pillar of national development. This isn't just about pipes and latrines. It's a full-scale clean water revolution that's giving life and dignity back to the people. Number 1, agricultural and rural transformation. Burkina Faso's economy has always relied heavily on agriculture, but for decades, the sector was stuck in a time warp. Subsistence farming, rain-fed plots, no irrigation, and post-harvest waste meant that millions worked hard but remained poor. Ibrahim Traoré decided that it had to end. His agricultural transformation program is one of the most ambitious rural reforms in West Africa. It doesn't just aim to increase food production. It aims to restructure the entire food economy. By equipping farmers with improved seeds and modern inputs, supporting mechanization, and building reliable irrigation systems, the government is helping farmers shift from survival to surplus. But the real innovation lies in how the food system is being redesigned. Traoré has directed major investments into building rural storage facilities and connecting farms to markets through new feeder roads. This means crops can now be stored, transported, and sold efficiently, cutting losses, increasing prices for farmers, and improving access for consumers. Regional marketplaces are being revitalized, and transport networks have been created so rural producers no longer face isolation. Perhaps the boldest move is the Buy Local First policy, which gives Burkinabe farmers direct access to public procurement contracts. Government-run institutions, like schools, hospitals, and military bases, are now sourcing food locally instead of relying on imports. This has created a stable market for farmers, increased rural incomes, and given the agricultural sector a sense of national purpose. Traoré has made it clear that agriculture isn't just an economic activity, it's a path to independence. Under his leadership, Burkina Faso's fields are no longer feeding just stomachs. They are feeding hope, dignity, and a new national economy built on the soil, not on foreign handouts. What do you think? Will these projects transform Burkina Faso, or be left unfinished like so many before? Isn't it true that Ibrahim Traoré is under Western radar as Muammar Gaddafi was when he was transforming Libya? In the comment section below, share your thoughts on why the West panics when an African president brings development to his country, but is comfortable when he begs for aid. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on Black Africa, its history, rich arts and culture, and things the world should know about. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.